Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Pickleball Warehouse vlog. My name is Mark, and today we have the second part of our Playtester Picks series. We've got the other half of the crew here, that being Brittany, Chris, and Will. Each of them have a couple to a few items that are either their favorite to wear or use while on the pickleball court. Now, being that we're all such gentlemen here, we're going to start things off with Britt and see what she has for us today.
For my first Playtester pick, I have chosen the Couture Pickleball Bucket Backpack Bag. Now it's a handful, but it's worth it. I love this bag for a couple of reasons. The first, it's available in several colors, this navy, as well as a black and this faux leather finish. I love how versatile this bag is. You can take it to the pickleball courts, but it's also stylish enough you can take it out for your everyday needs. I like that it has several accessories pockets, one up front and a couple inside, and it has two large compartments inside. So right now I'm holding 4 pickleball paddles in those 2, but each compartment can hold up to 3, so there's lots of space inside. Lastly, I love how customizable this bag is. You can have just this regular strap, or there's also several other straps inside to do 2 backpack straps or 1 large strap. So overall, a great bag. And then my second choice is, I'm pulling out my paddles, is the ROKNE Club Collection paddles. Now I love this paddle for 3 reasons. The first and most obvious is probably the cosmetics. There's 4 different cosmetics. They're all really bright, fun, vibrant, perfect for the pickleball court. I have a hard time choosing my favorite. Actually, if I go through them, I think I'm gonna choose this one as my favorite, just a fun tropical print. The second thing I love about these paddles is it's just a good overall paddle. It's great for beginners getting into the sport. It has the basic honeycomb core as well as a nice true grit surface, so you're really going to be able to start playing pickleball right away to the best of your level. And the third thing I love about it is the price. It's a great price, great starting price. It's under $60, so you can get out there. You can actually pick up 1 or 2 if you want. That wraps up my playtester choices. I'm going to pass it on to Chris.
My picks this week for the vlog. First up, I've got the Adidas Defiant Speed 2. Now, too many often I go to the pickleball courts and I see people playing pickleball in running shoes. Don't do it. The last time I was there, I saw a lady unfortunately roll her ankle, and she really needed to get herself into a great pair of court shoes just like this. Thing I like about this shoe, it's super lightweight with very comfortable uppers. So you get a lot of the comfort, you get plush cushioning that you would expect out of something like your favorite running shoe, but you get that lateral support you need when you're moving on the pickleball court. So get yourself a good pair of court shoes. This is a great one. I have skinny feet, fits my feet perfectly. We've got tons of options on the site, so be sure to check out some shoes and be safe out there when you play. Next up, my paddle of choice. And the reason why I like this paddle, we're gonna check in with William in a minute, but I always beat him when I have this paddle in my hands. And so it's one of my favorite paddles to use. And this is the Volair Forza Mach 2. It's got a 16mm core. It's the shorter of the shapes from Volair, and so put the contact point closer to my hand, get a lot of control, a lot of feel. I like the spin I get from the surface of this one too, and it has a nice consistent feel from it throughout the paddle face. So even when I'm not hitting perfectly and I'm a little bit off center, I still feel like I know what I'm getting on my shot. And then lastly, I really dig the handle shape too. It's got a really nice shape to the bevels, reminds me of the handle shape I would get from other racket sports like racquetball or tennis, and so it feels really comfortable in my hand. Okay, those are my picks. Let's check in with William.
Chris must be suffering from dementia because I actually beat him with my paddle. This is the Franklin FS Tour Dynasty in the 14mm. What I love about this paddle is it just gives me everything I want. I'm able to adapt to pretty much any shot. So tons of power being that 14mm thickness. And honestly, when I'm at the non-volley zone, I have a ton of control with it as well. I feel like my shots really sink into the paddle and dip right over the net where I want it to go. I've been playing with this for a couple of months now, and I just find tons of success with it. I can't recommend it enough. At 150 bucks, it competes with some of those $250 paddles. It even has a bag that it comes with and a paddle eraser. For 150 bucks, you can't beat it. My other product that I have been loving as of late is the Head 2.5-inch wristband. I'm a sweater, and when I don't wear a wristband, the sweat goes onto the paddle handle and it kind of glues up my game. So this is about $6. You really can't beat it. Great stocking stuff for coming into the holidays, and that's all I got.
And for my picks, they basically have a traction perspiration management theme. I'm gonna start things off here with one of my favorite grips. This is the Head Prestige Overgrip. I picked this one over the other ones. Head's got a couple of others. This one's at a 0.6 millimeter thickness. That gives me a little extra weight. I love using an overgrip to not only increase the diameter and the cushioning and kind of vibration absorption on the handle end, you also get to add some tail weight. This one weighs a little bit more than the other grips do, so I really enjoy this grip overall. Has a nice blend of tack versus absorbency. Just one of the better I've used on all of my pickleball paddles. Next up, you gotta have a great court shoe. I was really impressed with Mizuno's Wave Enforce Tour. This is the Wave Enforce Court. We consider this a takedown shoe, but I would really say this is just a high quality option. They are utilizing the same Energy and foam wave compound for the midsole. I would say there is a little less of it compared to the Tour version, but this sits me a little bit lower to the ground. I still get great underfoot cushioning and comfort under both the heel and the balls of my feet. Traction is stellar. For such a lightweight shoe, it is absolutely very comfortable. A little wider, I would say it's a generous medium, accurate on the length. But overall, I just got a really good fit out of this. Very breathable, very lightweight, and one of the most challenging things for a shoe company to achieve with a lightweight, comfort-oriented shoe is support. This shoe is very supportive. I've got a pair on right now and have put about 50 hours on it. Love this shoe on the pickleball court. And moving on to the perspiration management theme, we have here the Pickleball Warehouse shirt. Obviously, I'm wearing one as well. This is a cotton poly blend. I think there's a little more dominant poly than cotton, about a 75% polyester and the rest of it being cotton and a little bit of rayon. These also come in a heathered gray. I'm wearing the blue, and this one here is the green heather. Very comfortable shirt, manages the perspiration nicely. And that's about all I have for you today. That about wraps things up for this week's vlog. If you'd like any further information on these items or anything else pickleball related, be sure to head over to pickleballwarehouse.com.